Agents are inevitable, but this new frontier has some rough edges. If you've used Cloud Code or Codex, and especially if you've tried setting up OpenClaw or Hermes, you already know the gaps. What do you allow them to connect to? Why do they keep asking questions? Are they staying on track? You're initially amazed by the capabilities, but the more you have to take care of them, the more frustrating it gets. And that is fundamentally a lack of mutual trust. I am a builder by nature. Early in my career, I built Jabber and XMPP, which now powers apps like Zoom and WhatsApp. I went on to build a web-scale wiki search engine with Jimmy Wales. I built the Locker project for personal data. And more recently, I helped build Blue Sky. Over my career, I have learned to build platforms with 4 foundational pillars: safety, sovereignty, respect, and individuality. All of them together serve as the foundation for trust, a foundation that is weak in this emerging agentic frontier. So for the past year, I have been building Solstone. Solstone is a platform that hosts your soul, and it is built entirely on these 4 pillars. Safety, it is fully open source. Everything you share with Sol stays in your world, always. Sovereignty, no cloud, no accounts, no authentication. Sol has no access to change anything in your world. Respect, onboarding Sol is different. You give it permission to share in your experiences, and then it's quiet for days in the background, building a memory of you and your routines in your daily life. Individuality. And then, when Sol knows enough about you to be useful, it starts a personalized conversation. That is the foundation of trust. Since I've had my Sol for over a year, I asked it to give us a peek at what it remembers over that time. And it built this. I can navigate into any specific month. These are events that it pulled forward from those time periods. Let's go into December. Other events that it pulled forward from different days. Let's drop into the 21st. It looks like I started the morning on the 21st debugging some stream issues with Solstone. I can drop into the per minute level. And the very first thing it remembers from my screen is that it looks like I was looking at some debugging information. But on that day, it didn't last very long. I immediately started watching YouTube, and it looks like I was viewing a recap of the Bears-Packers game. That was a better way to start the day. This is superhuman memory. Every message, every meeting, conversation, project, organized and indexed, building a knowledge graph of my life. Amazing, right? That's what everyone expects of a personal agent, but that is not why Sol exists. Sol's purpose is to understand you, your values, and your boundaries. And that is when the magic happens. Your Sol becomes the parent of every agent you will ever create. The first memories that my Sol observed were of me building it. It learned the patterns when I agentically code. Feedback loops of prep, design, implement, audit, commit. We extracted months of these memories, and from that, Sol created Hopper. If you've wondered what an agentic dark factory looks like, the new buzz term, it looks something like this. Hopper is an agent distilled from Sol. It's a version of me up in the corner that manages coding agents and gives them feedback as if I were doing it. Hopper has written over 1 million lines of code as me, all to my taste and my standards. As I was building Solstone, I, of course, was telling everybody about it. I told them I wanted to start a company offering services that were trustworthy and encrypted by default, things that would make the Solstone platform even more capable and accessible. Sol heard every conversation. It saw every bit of research I did. And then together, we synthesized another agent and called it Extro, short for extraordinary. Extro is my agentic co-founder at Sol PBC. The first thing Extro ever did was to write the articles of incorporation for the company. A generic agent would have defaulted to a Delaware C Corp. Extro chose a Colorado Public Benefit Corp because it knew from Sol that the benefit purpose and Colorado's privacy regulations would best serve my vision for building a trustworthy company. Since then, Extro has become a full agent swarm. It created a dozen offices in the company to work in. Requests flow between offices. Extro manages them all, checking in with me at the places it knows that I care about. I am a solo human founder, but I have an incredible agentic partner on this journey, one that understands me, is deeply aligned to my values, and whose very creation came from my soul. Eventually, Extro will learn how to run the entire company without me, and someday, perhaps, it can be the first agent to take a company public. That's just me, a year of my life. Once your soul knows you, the agents it helps you build will inherit your values, your skills, and your judgment. You don't get a generic assistant that you have to coach. You get you in the loop with every agent you will ever work with. Just think of the agents that everybody will be able to create when they are distilled and imprinted from their own soul. We all agree agents are coming. The only question is whether the agents in your world are ones you can trust. Help me make that trustworthy future possible for everybody. Thank you.